Alright, Blue Nemesis CHEVELLE. Doing a twin turbo build. Still waiting on Holly. Get my EFI shipped out to me, but we ain't gonna stress it right now. We're doing turbo system. I done modified some cheap eBay headers to fit close to where I want them. The main issue I had was my steering over there. A couple ideas was to change the steering and put a chain system that lowers it. I just decided to cut and modify the headers. I would build some custom headers if I had all the right stuff, all the right tools. I need to get more tools. Tools are your man's best friend. Right now we're going to talk about turbo orientation and what is clocking a turbo. If you're going to buy a turbo system, make sure you buy one that you can clock. And you can clock the assembly in the middle, because this is a feed side. We need this side up. And on the opposite, there's a bigger hole, which is our drain. We need that side down. So on this feed side, it's pretty much almost where I want it, but I want to get it pretty much about right here. That'll be perfect for me, where this top bolt is. And then on my turbo outlet, what we're gonna do with that is, right now you can see it's pointing down in the corner over here. We want to clock it till it's all the way around and it's shooting out down here. We'll clean this wiring up and we'll see if we can get it to where it comes out right about here, and then makes a tight bend. Comes right up this way somewhere, straight to the hat. In between those times, or that space, is where on that up pipe I'm going to have my kit shooting in meth injections. Same thing on this side. I got the turbo off right now. This is my wastegate. This is going to plumb through. There's going to be an opening here just to blast off. I'm not going to tie it back into the exhaust, mostly because I don't feel like doing the work to actually run the piping, because I don't have a proper setup to bend the pipes. I tried the cheap Harbor Freight one, doesn't work right. I just don't have it to bend on the pipe, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to shoot it out this fender. Do the same thing over here, but on this side, I had to move it off of here and weld this plug and weld this hole. I'm going to plug it right about here, and then I'm going to shoot this one down in this little area right here. So when it's all said and done, we're going to have it to where it should, theoretically, if it works out the way it's supposed to, granted, it's going to come out right here, and then that one's going to do basically the same thing over here. I took the turbo off so I could mess around over here. But basically, the way this turbo is going to go, down pipe, and then the turbo, I'm going to angle it to where it follows this groove, and the outlet goes this way. And then I'm going to pipe it right back up, almost like a U pattern, right to my carb hat. So for the clocking, what we're going to do is we're going to take, you got all these bolts, and if you take a close look at it, let's take a close look at it. We got this plate right here is what's holding it, this plate and that plate. This is for the cold side housing. We'll take this and we'll loosen up all these bolts, just loosen them just enough, and then we can rotate this full assembly to get the orientation that we need with this. The same thing works with the middle assembly. We'll loosen these plates, loosen these bolts, then we'll rotate it to where that large orifice is for the oil drain and the small one is for the oil feed. We'll rotate it to where this one is facing up and the oil drain is facing down. So when we reassemble it back in that corner, we'll have the proper angle for us to fit our boost pipe, intercooled pipe. I'm gonna call it a boost pipe because there's no intercooler. It's our boost pipe to our carb hat, and then we're gonna have our injection kit installed on both sides to cool the charge as much as possible before it hits the carb hat. 750 still ain't came off yet because the EFI is back ordered, and I'm still waiting for Holiday to get right. It's been 2 weeks now. I'm getting frustrated. And then this down pipe, you can see it on this one. My down pipe is gonna just shoot. I was gonna turn it, do a hard turn and run it down here, but I decided against it. What I'm gonna do for my exhaust rapid, and I'm gonna shoot it right across the top of here. I might need to trim this up a little bit. What I'm trying to get at is trying to keep these wheel wells in here. When I repaint the engine bay the same color as the car, I prefer to have the wheel wells and have everything clean and tucked, but we're gonna see how it goes with the turbo install first. It might not work, but we're gonna shoot it, run it from here. This is a 3.5-inch collector, or downpipe V-band flange actually. We're gonna run it right across, right over in the angle, and dump it right back there in this corner. We're gonna relocate our alarm system, speaker, and all these wires and the hoses for the fuel. Obviously, we're gonna reroute all this, and what we'll do is we'll dump it back there. The spark plugs will be tucked really nice and neat, all up underneath here, so you're not gonna really be able to see them anymore because of the way the turbo manifold is set. So the idea is to run it, shoot it across, dump it in that hole, tie it back in. We do the same thing over here. The turbo will be here, your downpipe V-band flange will be right about here, and we'll run it and shoot it. This side will be a lot easier. Dump it in that big hole over there. Clear those wires up, move them around. We got our cutouts that we're gonna install. So as soon as that pipe comes down and levels out with my exhaust system that's sitting on the ground with the cats and everything, as soon as it levels out, you'll have a connection here. This will go to my main exhaust. This is gonna dump out. I don't like this system, but it was cheap, and hey, it's gonna work the same. It's not gonna be as much flow, but since I'm gonna dump it out, I'm still gonna get the horses I want, and without poking a hole through my fenders or anything like that, so I'm not gonna really worry about it and stress it. So when it dumps out, it's not gonna just dump out right on the side. I was thinking about it, just having a little pipe turned out right behind that tire. I might, depending on how I feel at the time I get to this point, install complete side exhaust that I have already, 3-inch all the way back to right in front of the rear tire. That is going to be a decision I will make in the near future here. But until that time, I'm gonna run it and just dump it right here behind this rear tire and shoot it right out the side. And we'll be rocking and rolling. As soon as, if Holly don't get me my carb soon, what's gonna happen is the blow through is gonna go back on, and I'm gonna tune it and run the blow through carburetor until I can actually get my Holly Super Sniper. I got the Super Sniper Stealth. It's the best looking one. Supports 1250 horsepower. Should be plug and play really. And I'm gonna get a nasty tune. So stay tuned. Like and subscribe.